Welcome to OH Report. I'm Zach Truax. Hey, we're at the Red Ryder Stadium. We're going to step aside real quick for the national anthem. When we come back, I'll introduce the broadcast.
Well, I think the first thing I would say to recommend this school is that it's affordable and flexible. And then the program itself, I would say that it has a very diverse, broad spectrum of fieldwork and career opportunities. I think the thing that prepared me the most was having that on-site directed practice, so I could actually be in an agency working with real people. And there's a ever-growing need for social work, especially in our community here.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
This place means everything to us. This is where we come together. We do all of our birthdays out here. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs. We fish. I was about to give up. I was about to think that the property wasn't going to become mine. Rural First specializes in solving the problems. I made the call, and the rest is history. It was done. It made everything easy. Questions answered, walked me through the process. It was done. When I'm here, just feel peace. That's all it means to me. Peace.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Happy Halloween.
Welcome back to OH Report. I'm Zach Truax alongside Brandon Powell on camera and the man that makes everything go everywhere, Adam Thompson. And this is the Scout Construction Services pregame show. We're at the home of 26-time playoff qualifiers and 2-time state champs, the Orrville Red Riders, as they host the always tough and tradition-rich Manchester Panthers. This is a conference matchup with serious playoff implications for both teams. So right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the away team spotlight. The Manchester Panthers are currently 6-2 on the year, but are coming off a thumping at the hands of conference rival and already playoff qualifier Triway. Currently, the Panthers are number seven in Division 5. They're number 7 in Division 5 of Region 7, and according to the experts, they control their own destiny. That means if the Panthers win their last 2 games, they're in the playoffs. And researching the Panthers, I wasn't successful getting stats or much information from their coaching staff. They wanted to keep it secret coming into this game. This game's so important to them. But they do feature a very prolific offense, averaging 36 points per game, and their defense is allowing 8 points per game. Now we'll move on to the home team spotlight. The Orrville Red Riders are 5-3 on the season and haven't beat a team with a winning record yet, sitting in the number 13 spot in Division 4, Region 14. Currently, the Rough Riders are on the outside looking in, but a win tonight over Manchester would certainly sling them way up in the computer point standings. And who will they need to have a big game tonight? Well, they'll need their big senior, number 11, Brelyon McDuffie, who is the big play threat. No season stats were provided by Orrville, but last week McDuffie caught 6 passes for 144 yards and scored a touchdown in their win over Division 5 opponent Worthington Christian. So what will the teams need to do in order to win? What are my keys to the game? So for Orrville, it's going to be set up the big play using not only the running backs, but with zone read and quarterback draw. When I was watching their game with Worthington Christian, they were very effective when they got the quarterback out and running. And during warm-ups, man, the quarterback threw a beautiful long ball. So I really think the Red Riders need to set up the big play by establishing that run early with the 1-2 punch of their quarterback and their running backs. And on defense, bend but don't break. Don't yourself allow big plays. Keep everything in front of you, get the ball back, and let that big strike offense do their thing. And for the Manchester Panthers, on offense, tonight coming in, I feel like Manchester is probably the favored team. Just looking at the record, looking at who they've beaten, and the kind of season they're having. And so for any team that comes into a visiting stadium, when you're slightly favored, you want to jump on the other team fast. Get out to the lead. Get them behind the sticks on defense. Limit and on defense, really limit those big plays, because Orrville's going to be looking for those long strikes. Limit those big plays and force turnovers. As Manchester has just taken the field, now here come the home Red Riders. That wraps up our Scout Construction pregame show, as we are just 37 seconds until kickoff. Both teams are on the field. In the coin toss, Manchester won the coin toss, elected to defer, something you would expect a favored team to do, especially out in the away stadium. You want to play defense first. try and get that ball in the second half. So the principals are on the field. The Manchester Panthers and the Orrville Red Riders doing battle in conference action here tonight. Setting the ball up. Folks, another work week is done. The paychecks are in the bank. And guess what? The lights are on at the old ball stadium. They're putting the football on the tee, and it's just about time for the best tradition in the United States of America. Friday night football. 12's on the clock. We're ready to go. It's just time. We're just waiting for the teams to take the field, and we'll have kickoff. Orrville coming out. Like I said, Orrville will receive. Manchester kicking off. Manchester wearing the white with black pants. Orrville in the all blacks with a little bit of red trim. Both teams wearing black helmets, so that makes it tricky, I think, for the quarterbacks. Makes it a little tricky when you're trying to find those receivers when both teams are wearing the same color helmet. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. As with any game late in the season, both teams have to limit the turnovers, control the football. Everyone kind of knows who they are at this point. They know what their bread and butter is. They know who their playmakers are going to be. Both these teams are in a late season push to secure a playoff spot. Like I mentioned, Manchester controls their own destiny. They win the last 2 games, they're in. Orrville has not secured a playoff spot. And interesting enough, in Manchester's region, of the 12 available playoff spots, 5 are already clinched. So Manchester in a very tough region in Division 5. Orrville in Division 4. And we're underway at Red Rider Stadium. Hayden Higgins on the kickoff for Manchester into the end zone. Orrville has the ball, 1st and 10, 20-yard line. Number 12, Cameron Kraft. He's a senior. He'll be the quarterback tonight for the Red Riders. 6'3", 160-pound quarterback defensive back. His favorite targets, without a doubt, Brelyon McDuffie, Case McDaniel, and Tyson Woodruff. With I featured Brelyon McDuffie at the top of the show, my player spotlight. He can take the top off of defense. We'll see what Orrville does here. Like I said, I really like to see him establish the run. Their running backs are Parker Hostetler and Travis Panomo. And right away, Orrville establishing the run up the middle. That is Parker Hostetler right away on 1st down. Pushing ahead for 8 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and 2, right where you want to be for the Red Riders. Let's see if they go back to that run here. Receiver right, receiver left, power run set. Handoff again to Hostetler, and he's got a nice hole up the middle. Manchester with the better record coming in tonight, but as I was walking down on the field, man, Orrville passes the eye test. They have got some dudes up front. Most notably, guy that popped off, or I noticed right away during warm-ups, number 79, Owen Landis, Jr., 6'3", 235. He's all 235. Power run set again for Orrville. One receiver right, one receiver left. Handoff up again off the left side. This time, held a little more in check. Gain of 3. Hostetler again. He's the workhorse. Boy, Panomo came in during the game during Worthington Christian and just racked up a bunch of yards on limited carries. So we'll see if he makes his way into the game tonight. And that is a Scout Construction Services 1st down. So now it's 2nd down. 2 receivers. No, I'm sorry. Well, they got to be careful breaking the huddle. Yeah, that's a flag. Orrville actually broke the huddle with 12 guys. And one guy made his way to the sidelines, but that is going to be illegal substitution on Orrville. They caught it, and it's a flag, so they're going to march him back 5 yards. Number 42, Angelo DeFranco Love. He is guilty of that foul. Now they break with 11, but that moves him back, gets him behind the stick, 2nd and 12 for the Red Riders. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Running back in the sidecar, fake. Kraft rolls to his left. He's in trouble and brought down from behind. Kraft rolled to his left, looked for that big play, and was sacked. Number 25 for the Panthers on the sack. That is Merrick Baker. He's a senior, 6'1", 175 linebacker. And now the Red Riders are in serious trouble here. 3rd and Massillon for a first down. 3 receivers left, 1 right, 1 back in a sidecar for Kraft. Calls to the ball, rolls to his left. And had a man, had number 7. Aiden Shoup had a step, but just missed him. Let's see here on the replay. Yeah, just a bit out of his hands on the OhioHealth replay there. So Orrville, after a promising start, looking at 4th, and like I said, at about 20, and they're forced to punt early. Manchester with 2 guys back to receive the punt, and if you've listened to me before, I love that formation. Oh, it just gets it away. Fair caught. Oh, and dropped. Number 15 for Manchester, Noah Lance on the fair catch. And almost muffs this thing, but falls on it quickly, and Manchester is in business on their 48-yard line with a short field in front of them. Did not get projected starters from the Manchester coach, so we're going to figure it out as we go here, folks. Number 7 is in at quarterback for Manchester, Tyler Pappas. 1 back to his right, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Pappas fake the handoff and throws to number 10, Gavin Ginsberger, and that's just past his reach. So right away, Manchester trying to stretch the field a little bit, line up in kind of a bunch formation and try to sneak a guy out to the flats, but Pappas just overthrows that. Ginsberger, senior, 6'1", 215. 2 receivers right. I formation for Pappas. Handoff to tailback. Yeah, handoff to tailback. Bounces through the hole. Looked like Orrville had it stuffed. Get a number on that tailback here. Carried by number 5, Phil Parton. 5'9", 178-pound junior. Nice run there by Parton. Looked like Orrville had him stuffed at the line, and he was able just to stutter step and find a crease, get through it for a positive 5-yard gain. So 3rd and manageable here for the Panthers. And if I'm Manchester, I'm going for it on 4th down on this side of the 50. Parton goes in motion. Pappas throws it out in the flats to Parton. He's got a chance, puts his head down, but Orrville comes up and makes a hit. The Orrville defensive backs, minimal gain on 3rd down there. We'll see what the Panthers do here. I got to believe they're going for it on 4th and 3. Homestead making plays on both sides of the ball. He was in on that stop there. Panthers come to the line. Boy, if you're Orrville, got to hold your water here. Watch for a hard count. Here's the hard count there for Manchester. 2 receivers left for Pappas. 2 backs in the backfield. And the play clock runs out. Manchester takes a timeout. Boy, if you're Manchester right there and you want to run that hard count, you've got to make that call a little bit sooner. We're just going to run out, dummy count it, right? So no matter what the quarterback does, how much he claps, how much he yells, we're not snapping it, we're going to take a timeout. But you have got to get to the line of scrimmage a lot faster to give yourself some time to pull that off. You get to the line of scrimmage with 10 seconds left. Heck, the defense is hardly even set by the time you're doing your first claps. You're not going to get in the jump. You got to get those guys down, let them get set, let them get a little bit of weight over top of those fingers, get them leaning forward. That's when you get in the jump. 4th and short here again for, like I said, for the Panthers after they take a timeout. I got to imagine if I'm Manchester, the way Parton ran on that first running play, I like a middle run right here. They've tried 2 flare passes out to the right. One was incomplete. One went for minimal gain, and Manchester is punting. Manchester in punt formation. Orrville sends nobody back. Orrville's not buying it one bit. They don't think Manchester's punting at all. Higgins to punt for Manchester. Over his head, huge trouble for Manchester. Ball rolls. Higgins picks it up, still gets away a punt. It's a decent punt. It hit, and Orrville has no one back, so it's going to roll all the way to the 9-yard line. Oh my gosh! In one of the craziest plays you'll see, the ball is snapped over the Manchester punter. Orrville playing safe all the way, so no one's taking off after the punter right away until you see it's over his head. The punter with the wherewithal picks it up. He punts a darn thing to the 14-yard line. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. So Orrville takes over 1st and 10 on the 9-yard line. No one hurt by anything, really, there. Orrville gets a good 3 and out. Manchester wins the field position battle. Kraft in the gun. Hands off again. Oh, great run. Great run by Hostetler. Fantastic run. Hostetler running behind his pads. Runs a man over the line of scrimmage and gets the ball all the way down. Oh, what a run all the way down to the 35-yard line. Oh, feed the big boy, let him eat. Bam! Great run, running over number 24 there. Turns on the Jets, and then down the sidelines. He ain't stepping out of bounds. Bam! Carries him 5 more yards. Terrific run by Hostetler. Orrville 1st and 10 from the Manchester 36-yard line. And upset-minded Orrville has got things going their way. Jet sweep, no, fake the jet sweep. Kraft keeps it on the right side. I like that play. Called for that a little bit earlier in the broadcast. I said that's what they need to do. That 1-2 punch with the running backs and Kraft. Let that set up the big play. Was 2nd and short. 2nd and 4. You're within striking distance. If I'm sending in a play right now for Orrville, I am looking for Brelyon McDuffie in the end zone right here on 2nd and manageable. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Back in the sidecar. Shoop in motion. Kraft looking to throw. Puts it up. Beautiful ball. But intended for number 9, Tyson Woodruff. That's not a terrible ball by Kraft. Woodruff's got 2 guys on him, and Kraft puts it only where his guy can get to it or nobody can get to it. So nothing hurt there. 3rd manageable here for Orrville. Obviously, Orrville's going for it on 4th down here. So Orrville's coaches are thinking we got two plays to get 4 yards here. And the way Hostetler's been running the ball, I don't worry about that a bit. 2 receivers right, 1 left for Kraft. Hostetler in the sidecar. Checking the formation here. Shoop goes in motion. Oh, there's a fumble. It's on the ground, and this is trouble now. Oh, we went from 3rd and manageable to 4th and 10 now. Early miscues for both teams on the snap. That one hit Kraft in the hands, just couldn't handle it, was looking up, looking to fake that jet sweep. Looked like the timing on Shoop's motion wasn't quite right, and Kraft was looking up to do that fake instead of just securing that football first. Kraft in the gun again. Shoop next to him in the sidecar. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Fake to sweep to Mosley. Kraft rolls to his right, looking for a throwback. He's got a man. Oh, and just throws a little behind him. Really tough throw for Kraft, though. Being pursued to his right, has to throw across his body, and that's a turnover on downs for the Panthers after a huge Homestead run. The Panthers stall out in Manchester territory. Manchester takes over about the 37-yard line. No score yet. And you look at the board there, Centerburg on top of East Knox, 16-0 in the first quarter right away. Boy, that one could get ugly quick, AT. Centerburg is a juggernaut this year. $72 for Orrville. Senior, 6 foot, 270-pound Mason Keener. It's a dude right there. Manchester's looking to throw, and there's sack. Ball's out. Ball is out. Manchester thinks they have it. Sacked by number 8, Case McDaniel. Orrville has the ball. Great play by Case McDaniel to get the sack and the strip. He comes on a delayed blitz right there, beats his blocker. Oh, what an effort by McDaniel. Listen, McDaniel came in so hard. Number 5, Phil Parton was supposed to block him. He sent him rolling like a bowling ball 6 yards back. Makes the tackle, gets the strip. Oh, and Orville's got a man down. But great play there by, I'm sorry, looks like, get a number on that. I'm sorry, it was Tyson Woodruff, I think, on the sack. Look at it one more time. Thanks, AT. Sit there and look at this. Number 8. Perez Lopez, sophomore, 6 foot 220, sophomore. Great play by the sophomore there, Perez Lopez, to get the sack. One of the biggest plays of the game there for Orrville. Orrville is obviously upset-minded. They have come in supremely confident. Manchester has just avoided some disaster, but doesn't avoid it there. Kraft in the gun, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Handoff again to Hostetler, why not? And he plows ahead for a gain of about 3. I'm sorry. Pumneo, the running back on that. Pumneo, number 4, was the running back there. Two receivers left, 1 right for Kraft. Pumneo in the backfield now. And backside blocks didn't get picked up. Number 1, Brady Souls, senior, 6'1", 215, makes it TFL. Makes it 3rd and 7. Boy, every time the Red Riders take a step forward, they just either shoot themselves in the foot or miss a block and take a step back. So now it's 3rd and 7. They're calling it on the scoreboard. 2 receivers left, 1 right for Kraft. Running back in the sidecar. Handoff off the right side, and 21 for Manchester. Jake Livingston gets another TFL. It's 2 TFLs in a row for Manchester. And we're 4th down. Loss at 2, 4th and 9. I didn't get the number on the running back there. Pumneo and Hostetler are the two backs. That was Pumnio on the, getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left, 1 right for Kraft. Pumnio stays in the sidecar. Fake to Pumnio, quick pass. That's bad at the line of scrimmage. But there's 2 turnover on downs for Orrville. After they make big plays, they just can't convert on it here. Nice job by the big boy. Number 1, Brody Sales, makes his second big play of this possession, batting that ball down. Sales had it earlier TFL, and Manchester takes over on downs again. Folks, 0-0, 3:23 left in the first quarter. I like this game. We got a good one in front of us. Get some smash mouth football going here, running up the middle, hard hitting. Double tights, one right receiver to the left, 2 backs in the backfield for Pappas. Fakes, gives the ball to number 34, and he's ahead for 8 yards. 34, Aiden Mead, senior, 5'10", 190. Mead ahead for positive yards, just running through and over and around tacklers here, dragging guys along. Second and short now for Manchester. Power run set, 1 receiver right, I-back formation. Handoff to the tailback. Beautiful block at the line of scrimmage. And that is Phil Parton down the sidelines, outruns everybody. Oh, the coaches are not going to be happy with the effort there by the defensive backs. Parton, the ball carrier, do we have a stoppage? Do we have a penalty, or he step out of bounds? We're going to see what the call is here. Great blocking at the line of scrimmage for Manchester. The Manchester coaches are fuming about something. Illegal block in the back on Manchester. So beautiful blocking at the point of attack. Bam! Love that kick out block. Number 34, Aiden Mead, beautiful block. I missed the block in the back downfield, but either way, Manchester with 1st and 10 and running faster than the chain gang can keep up with. Manchester in a good old power I formation, double tights, one receiver to the right. Handoff to the tailback again. Orrville's having none of it this time. Man, Parton is staying on his feet, though. But Manchester has to get 11 hats to the football. They just kind of relaxed right here. And they're lucky Parton didn't squirt out. Parton ahead for 2. Good old power eye, buck zero trap action right there. We've seen a lot of double tights tonight out of Manchester. They believe they can run the ball right at Orrville. Power eye formation, give to the tailback, up in the middle again. Parton making guys miss, but he's not touched until he's deep into the secondary. Beautiful blocking again at the point of attack by the Manchester Panthers. They're done getting cute. Once again, great block by number 34, Aiden Mead, with a beautiful kick-out block. Springs Phil Parton ahead about 15 yards and a first down. 1st and 10, Panthers. Ball sitting about the 26-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield now for Pappas. Hands off to Mead. And he's through the middle now. These Manchester running backs are just picking their way through the line. Great blocks, too. Helmet comes off of number 55, Blaze Johnson. So he's got to come out for a play. 6'1", 265. I saw Johnson come off the field earlier. He's all 265. My man is put together. And now it's they're going to call it 1st and goal from the 10 for Manchester. After Manchester came out, tried to stretch the field a little bit laterally, they've damned the torpedoes, running the ball straight ahead at this big Orrville defensive line. 2 backs in the backfield again for Pappas. Parton and Mead have been the workhorses for Manchester this whole game. We got a delay of game on Manchester. Manchester shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. So 1st and goal from the 15 for the Panthers. They're to the line quickly. Orrville trying to substitute out. Pappas with the ball. Quarterback power sweep right. Gets the edge. Nice move by Pappas, and he's in the end zone. Oh, nifty little move by Pappas along the edge. And let's see that on the Scout Services. I'm sorry, the OhioHealth replay. Pappas just good old-fashioned student body right, power sweep. Meade gets a block. And then Pappas just, the Orrville defense kind of over-pursues to the right, and Pappas just makes a nice little cut and finds pay dirt for a touchdown with 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Number 12 for Manchester on the kick. That is Hayden Higgins, 6'2", 170-pound senior. It's up and it's good. That makes your score Manchester Panthers 7, Orrville Red Riders 0. We'll take a break. When we come back, Manchester kicks off.
This place means everything to us. This is where we come together. We do all of our birthdays out here. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs. We fish. I was about to give up. I was about to think that the property wasn't going to become mine. Rural First specializes in solving the problems. I made the call, and the rest is history. It was done. It made everything easy, questions answered, walked me through the process. It was done. When I'm here, just feel peace. That's all it means to me, peace.
Welcome back to Red Rider Stadium as the Manchester Panthers have taken an early lead late in the first quarter. 41 seconds left. Manchester kicks off. That's Higgins, sends it deep. Higgins, one of the best kickers I've seen so far this year. And the Red Riders will take over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Kraft's been the quarterback all night for the Red Riders. Hostetler has been the bright spot on the offensive side for the Red Riders. And for the Panthers so far, Brady, I'm seeing it as Brady Souls, it might be Sales, has been really good on the defensive side. Orrville lines up, double tights, power run set, one receiver right, one receiver left, running back in a sidecar for Kraft. Hands off again. Off the left side, goes nowhere. Hostetler ahead for short yardage. And that tackle made by number 25 for Manchester, Merrick Baker, the 6'1", 175-pound senior, gets a tackle just for a short gain. But Manchester has found something on that right side of the, Orrville has found something on the right side of that Manchester defensive front. Problem is they're not blocking backside quite good enough, and guys are coming from the other side to make the tackle. We'll take a break. When we come back, Orrville has the ball, 2nd down and 7 in the second quarter.
I'm an adult learner, so I had to balance my work and my school. And the fact that NC State has online classes, hybrid classes, especially the instructors are very flexible with allowing you time to get all your work in.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
Welcome back to historic Red Rider Stadium. And the Red Riders are losing 7-0 to the visiting Manchester Panthers, but the Red Riders have the ball. 2nd and 7. Kraft looking throw. Oh, just through the hands of number 11, Brelyon McDuffie. That's their main target. McDuffie doesn't drop too many. So now it's 3rd and long, and more Wayne County action. I know the Orrville fans will like to hear this score. Ashland on top of Worcester, 21-0 in the first quarter. Worcester, a huge rival for these Red Riders. So 3rd and 7, and a very important possession for Orrville. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Kraft looking to throw all the way. Rolls to his left. Has a man. Oh! He wanted McDuffie coming across the middle. And number 9, Tyson Woodruff, thought it was for him. Tries to make a catch right there and just gets in the way a little bit of miscommunication. So the Red Riders are forced to punt after a drive that just went 3 yards. And if you're Manchester, you put one on Orrville here. The way you've been running the ball, this you can really make things tough on the Red Riders. Punt away, nice punt. Fielded by 15. Noah Lance. And he works his way ahead for a nice little return. He fielded that about the 40-yard line and gets it back to about the 48. So 8-yard return after a nice punt, but the Manchester Panthers are in business here early. Again with great field position, taking over about the 48-yard line. Manchester playing great defense, complimentary offense so far. Like I said, they got cute early, trying to stretch the field laterally. Ever since then, it's been the power I and running formation, and Manchester that time broke the huddle with 12 guys, I think. And that penalty on Manchester moved them back 5 yards. Legal substitution. So Manchester broke the huddle with 12 guys. If a guy's coming out of the game, and you think teams notice by game 8, if a guy's checking out, you have to let him get past the numbers before you can break the huddle. If he's still running off the field and you break the huddle, you've technically broken the huddle with 12 guys. That's a penalty. Great catch by the referee. So 1st and 15 for Manchester here. Each team with one of those penalties. Pappas with the ball. Quick pass to number 15. Noah Lance again, his second time getting the ball here. And he gets all that penalty yards back plus some. So it'll make it 2nd and about 9. Double tights again for Manchester. Single back set for Pappas. 1 receiver is right, 1 receiver left. H back in the set. Pulling 2 guys right. Running behind it. And held to a short gain for Orrville. Really like that play design by Manchester, though. Pulling 2 guys. Block there, block there. Good pursuit. Better pursuit by Orrville that time. Earlier, when Manchester was running the ball, Orrville wasn't quite getting 11 hats to the football. Not quite rallying to the football. And when those guys at the point of attack were getting beat, you'd see the Manchester backs get through. That time, you had better pursuit by the back end defenders for Orrville to make that tackle. Look for Orrville to run that, Manchester run that same play going to the left. Nope, handoff right again. This one snuffed out quickly by Orrville. Nice open field tackle by Daryl Mosley III. And he forces 4th and 3. Interesting choice here for Manchester. I thought for sure they'd go for it last time. They elected to punt, and they put Orrville deep. Of course, that was the punt that sailed over the punter's head. He ended up fielding it and punted it deep anyways. So let's see what they do here. Manchester does play it safe, elect the punt. Number 12, Hayden Higgins comes in. Hayden Higgins might be the MVP almost for Manchester so far. So Orrville again. Now Orrville running someone back late. That's Mosley, I think, running back late. High punt again, fielded by. Short punt. And gets a great roll again. Unbelievable. Higgins fields it there, and he's just watching the defense to see what they're going to do. Gets away a late punt. You think it's going to go short, and it gets a 15-yard roll. 16-yard roll. Boy, Higgins is having a game as a punter. Pulls a couple rabbits out of his hat. And buries Orrville clear back at the 19-yard line. Probably not as far back as Manchester wanted to put him. I'm sorry, the 14-yard line. Probably not as far back as Manchester wanted to pin him, but still. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for Kraft. 1 back in the backfield. Kraft looking to pass the whole way. Plenty of time. Now a man gets through. Kraft rolls to his left and got a man wide open across the middle. That is Daryl Mosley III. When Mosley just had a nice tackle on defense, turns around, has really the first big reception for the Red Riders all night. And that gives them a Scout Construction Services first down with 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter, clock running. Ball at the 31-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left again for Kraft. A single back in the sidecar. Kraft looking to pass. Nope, pitches now. And that is Hostetler makes a nifty move, and down the sidelines, Hostetler with a nifty move. I'm sorry, that's number 3. No, that's Hostetler. And they out-leverage the defense right away. Get the defensive end to crash down inside, out-leverage them, and they're ahead. Hostetler with another Scout Construction Services first down. He's having a big night. That's just simple toss. Great read there by the Orrville coaching staff. They must have seen that defensive end crashing in a little bit. And all they did, simple pitch play, out-leverage him after the Manchester defender crashes down. Fake the jet sweep. Kraft keeps it off the left side, and he's ahead for a nice gain now. Orville's got something cooking here. And they're going to mark it all the way up to the 40. So Kraft using all of that 6'3" frame to get ahead. Souls on the tackle again. Officials timeout. Let's see if AT, is it possible to pull up that last run by Hostetler on our OhioHealth replay here? Kind of break this film down. So watch fit 25. See he crashes inside there, and it's a simple play to pitch play to Hostetler. Couple of Manchester Panthers take a bad angle. But really nice call there by the Orrville coaching staff. They must have seen that defensive end from Manchester just crashing in and attacking the inside shoulder tackle. They just do a simple pitch play there, and as soon as they pitch the ball out wide to Hostetler, they have out-leveraged Manchester, and Hostetler makes a nifty move to beat a couple other guys, gets down the sideline for a first down. Then they follow that up. Kraft fakes the jet sweep, keeps it running left, and Souls comes out for the Panthers, and there's a guy they can ill afford to lose. He's been big for them on the defensive side of the ball. So we get back to play here. Souls able to walk off his own power. We'll see if he checks in later. Hostetler in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right next to Kraft. Kraft in the gun, calls the ball. Little reverse. Oh, they got a man wide open. Can they connect on it? They do! Cameron Kraft throws the ball back to Mark Lorson, and he throws it deep down the field to number 7, Aiden Shoup. Beautiful little play design here by the Red Riders, and they're set up first and goal around the 3-yard line. Really nice play call. And kudos to the O-line blocking for that extra 2 seconds to let that trick play work. Oh, fumbled snap, but picked up and handed off. Parker Hosteller in for the touchdown. Folks, we got a ball game as Orrville puts it in the end zone. Really nice job here by Kraft picking that ball up off the turf and getting it to Hostetler. Parker Hostetler just runs behind his pads. Hostetler goes 5'11", 5'10", 200. He's all 200 pounds. And Hostetler runs behind his pads nice. Number 88, Carlos Maldonado, sophomore in the kick, and it is up, and it is good. Maldonado, Carlos Maldonado on the kick, and it's 7-7. 7:28 left to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break. We come back. Orrville kicks off.
This place means everything to us. This is where we come together. We do all of our birthdays out here. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs. We fish. I was about to give up. I was about to think that the property wasn't going to become mine. Rural First specializes in solving the problems. I made the call, and the rest is history. It was done. It made everything easy, questions answered, walked me through the process. It was done. When I'm here, just feel peace. That's all it means to me. Peace.
We come back to a little welcome to the jungle, Guns N' Roses, as Orrville kicks off, but it goes out of bounds, and Manchester once again will have great field position at the 35-yard line. Huge turn of events in Olivesburg. Crestview currently leading Monroeville 14-0. Did not see that one. Monroeville had handled Western Reserve. Western Reserve put a pretty good thumping on Crestview. Crestview's beating Monroeville. So if Crestview wins that game, I believe that will be a three-way tie atop the Firelands Conference, Western Reserve, Crestview, and Monroeville. I believe that's what will happen if Crestview wins that game. So big game over there in Olivesburg. Back to the action here in Orrville. Manchester comes out, H-back set, power run, two backs, hands off to number 5, Phil Parton. And he is stopped right away. Short gain there. Boy, Manchester has done their best work out of the old-fashioned power I, where they're getting a little trap blocking done, leading with the fullback. That's the kind of football you'd see in Orrville back in all those playoff run in the early 80s to the late 90s. That's the kind of stuff they ran over here then. Here it is again, power I from Manchester. Hand off to the tailback again. Manchester getting decent push up the middle, but again, only a short game for the tailback. Parton up the middle. I really like the way Aiden Mead lead blocks. He's a fullback. Aiden Mead is a fullback's fullback for Manchester. I like that kid. Giving Parton some lanes there. And Mead able to handle the rock himself when he's been handed to him. That's Mead and Parton in the backfield. I'm sorry, that's quick pass to number 2 to Cintron. Malachi Cintron, the 6'2", 185-pound senior, and they're going to spot it as a first down. And, oh, yes, I think that's a good spot. It was close, but I think it's a good spot. Now, first and 10 here for Manchester on a Scout Constructions first down pass by Tyler Pappas to Malachi Cintron. Pappas with the ball, hands it off on a little counter play there to Parton. Parton able to push ahead about 4 yards. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Aiden Mead getting the ball. And Mead ahead for a few yards. Mead rotating out now. Pappas with the call. One receiver right, one receiver left. H-back set. Parton in the backfield with Pappas. Pappas calls the ball, surveys. Oh, Cintron wide open. And that is just way too easy for Tyler Pappas and Malachi Cintron. Boy, the Red Riders giving the Panthers all kinds of cushion there on 1st and 10. And that's another scout construction first down for the Panthers. And now they're on the march as they found a bit of a passing game here. And pitch and catch again. 10 yards again. Pappas to Cintron. Orrville's got to make an adjustment here on defense. Walk that defensive back up a little bit. That's way too much cushion. Great job there. Orrville's going to call a timeout, I believe, here as they're on their heels. Great job there by the Manchester coaching staff identifying that Orrville's playing soft coverage, and 3 passes in a row go for over 10 yards each. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 easy pitch and catches from Pappas to Cintron. There's the first down. It went for 10 yards. Line up. Hey, it worked. Let's do it again. There's the second first down. It goes for 12. And here's the third. Just a easy pitch and catch. And Orrville's going to have a conversation here with their defensive backs. They're going to have they got to have their defensive backs walk up a little bit more on those Manchester receivers, especially Malachi Cintron. See some scores from around the area. Centerburg on top of East Knox 24-6, and Crestview still on top in Rowville 14-0. I know the folks at Western Reserve said they weren't rooting for Crestview, but I got to believe they got to love that score right there. Crestview wins. I think Western Reserve gets to share the title, Firelands Conference. Manchester out of the timeout. 2 receivers right. Running back in a sidecar. Double tights. And that's a little zone read. And Pappas slides to his rear end there. Little zone read right here. Pappas keeps going right, but sits down for a 2nd and 10 after a gain of 0. Pappas brings the call into the huddle. 2 receivers right, double tights, single back in the backfield. That's Parton next to Pappas. Pappas calls the ball, fake to Parton. Plenty of time for Pappas. Camping out, rolls to his left. Now he scrambles, and he's ahead for about 5 yards on 2nd and long. But Pappas could have had a snack back there. Now he rolls to his left. You see there, and just decides to keep it. But Pappas with a 3rd and 5. Obviously, Manchester goes for it on 4th down here. Pappas gets some line of scrimmage. Pappas under center now. Parton in the backfield. 2 receivers right. Handoff to Parton, but it's sniffed out right away. Really nice play there by the Red Riders. Number 9, Tyson Woodruff on the stop. Really good defense there by Woodruff. Forces a 4th and 5 for the Panthers. And you got to think hard count if you're here. If you're the Panthers here, maybe take a timeout, then get another call in. 17 seconds left on the play clock. Double tights, 2 receivers right. Parton in the back to next to Pappas. Pappas looking to pass. He's got a man open and just overthrows number 2. Malachi Cintron had a step on that double move, but Pappas just puts it a little too far for him. Oh, Cintron had a step, but Orrville dodges a bullet forces a turnover on downs, and they'll take over with 3 minutes, 16 seconds left to go in this really well-played football game. And it's been a defensive struggle the whole way. And what I like about this, you've seen the offense adjust a little bit, right? Get some plays, move the ball down the field, then the defense adjusts. So really nice chess match going on both sides of the field. As Kraft brings the Red Riders to the line of scrimmage, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Kraft rolls to his left, quarterback keep the whole way. Caught from behind by number 25, Merrick Baker. And he runs that thing down from the backside. Orrville has had a hard time blocking backside all night. They kind of took advantage of the Panthers' pursuit on that big play. Well, they ran a little okey-doke deep pass. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, 1 back in the backfield for Kraft. Man in motion here. Oh, fumbled snap. Oh, Kraft doesn't quite jump on it soon enough, and Manchester recovers the ball. Boy, they've had a couple tough quarterback-center exchanges, and this one, again, hits Kraft right in the hands, and he's just bounces in and out of his hands. So, tough series there for Kraft. And Manchester, with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first half, Manchester does get the ball first in the second half. They deferred, and they kicked. So Manchester now, if they can score here and take some time off the clock, they may get that very well. Very nice double possession here. 2 receivers in the back with Pappas. Handoff to Parton. And he pushes ahead for about 3 yards. Again, good blocking at the point of attack, but nice pursuit by the Red Riders to get a tackle there. So now Manchester looking at 2nd and 7, but Manchester, I gotta believe, if I'm Manchester, I don't want to snap the ball to 5 seconds on the clock. I really want to take all the time off the clock I can. I'm going for it on 4th down. If I don't get it, I want to bury Orrville deep. Little confusion here from Manchester. They're getting it straightened out now. 2 receivers left, power I. Fake the give. Pappas. And throws it complete to number 21, Jake Livingston, on the reception for a 1st down. But we have a flag on the other side of the field. Let's see if the flag's on. Ineligible receiver downfield. Orrville dodges the bullet again. And yeah, number 50, just a bit downfield. That might have been some sort of RPO they ran there, because the line was obviously thinking run block, as you saw the lineman climb up to the secondary and get blocks on the linebackers, and that's what drew that illegal man downfield call. So obviously the line, look at 50, getting blocks downfield, so they're thinking run the whole way. But Pappas saw something different, fakes the run, rolls out to his left, has a wide open receiver. Good read by Pappas, but just a little miscommunication there between him and his O-line. Forces first and it looks like 13 for Manchester. RPO, Pappas looking for a man, and just incomplete, in and out of the hands. Nice throw by Pappas, though. Hits his guy in the hands. Little RPO right here, fake to give. Pappas throws a nice ball, and actually nice play there by Daryl Mosley, kind of swiping through the hands there at the end. I didn't give Mosley enough credit the first time I saw that thing. Now we got a 2nd down 13. Minute 32 to go in the first half. Incomplete pass, so the clock will stop. Correction on down, now it's 3rd down. The legal man downfield was on 1st down, I thought. Or was that 2nd? No, I believe 1st down was the short run by Parton, and 2nd down was the legal man downfield. So I think that's the right call. I think when they came out, they ran that power I set, gave the ball to Parton. He had a short gain, and then they got flagged for the illegal man downfield on 2nd down. So we're now 3rd down. 3 receivers left for Pappas. 1 right, single back in the backfield. That's Parton next to him. Parton looking at the outright and connects it, but it's short of a 1st down. That is Trent Vargo. Trent Vargo on the reception for Manchester. He has a nice gain to bring us a 4th and very short. Clock running here. Manchester in no hurry. Their kicker is good enough. Manchester kicker, now they take a timeout. Timeout Manchester. So if I'm Manchester, their kicker is definitely good enough to drill this field goal from here. I'm taking as much time off the clock as I can. The goal is to score a touchdown with as little time left. But Manchester has 2 timeouts left, so they've got 1 timeout to burn. Because you want to take that last timeout. If you're going to kick the field goal, you're going to want to take that last timeout to get that field goal unit out there so you don't have to rush them out there.
Punter kick different than kicker, or is it the same guy?
Hayden Higgins is the kicker.
So you got to remember this?
Yeah, here's the best Hayden Higgins highlight of the game. Punt over his head, kicks it from his 25, punts it from his 25, and puts it on the Manchester, on the Orrville, 14. So that's Higgins' first highlight. And he's looking to add here if Manchester can't put it in the end zone. I love me a 6'2", 170-pound kicker though. AT, I like my kickers lanky. I like them wiry. I like the kickers wiry. Power eye set here for Manchester. 4th down. Right up the middle with Aiden Mead. Absolutely. And he bowls his head way ahead. I mentioned earlier, I like the way Mead runs the ball. Mead runs behind his pads, barrels through the line of scrimmage, pushes the ball down, makes it 1st and goal for the Manchester Panthers. 58 seconds left. They're right back in the power eye. I'm giving it to Mead right in the middle again. And they do. And Mead is in for a touchdown. And that makes it Manchester 13, the Orrville Red Riders 7. And that short drive executed perfectly by the Panthers, as now Higgins comes out for the PAT. Manchester will kick off and give the Red Riders very little time to score with 49.4 seconds showing on the scoreboard. Higgins lines up. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and kick is good. Makes it Manchester 14, Orrville 7. Don't go anywhere now, folks. We got a good one.
Well, I think the first thing I would say to recommend this school is that it's affordable and flexible. And then the program itself, I would say that it has a very diverse, broad spectrum of fieldwork and career opportunities. I think the thing that prepared me the most was having that on-site directed practice, so I could actually be in an agency working with real people. And there's a ever-growing need for social work, especially in our community here.
Well, welcome back to OH Report. I'm Zach Truax. AT with some great graphics bringing us in here. Deep kick by Higgins again. Puts it in the end zone. And Orrville will take the ball over 1st and 10 to 20. Really nice kick by Higgins. He's put all of them in the end zone tonight. not giving Orrville a chance to bring it out, but not the worst thing in the world there for the Red Riders. You field it, the clock runs. Time is precious right now, especially with only one timeout left. I'm sorry. Red Riders have 2 timeouts. Apologies. Red Riders have 2 timeouts. So 2 timeouts here for the Red Riders. 1st and 10 from their 20. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Pumneo in now at running back next to Kraft. Kraft with the ball. Pumneo with the run up the middle. Both hands on the football. And he's ahead for a short game. Clock running. Manchester gets the ball first in the second half. And it looks like Orrville is content to let this thing run out. So Manchester going to grab the very valuable double possession here, as Orrville is in no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage. This looks like it'll be the last play of the half. After that Pumneo handoff, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for Kraft. And another handoff again to Pumneo up the middle. Oh, that's a woo hit right there if I ever saw one. Number 34, guess who? Aiden Mead have a game. Aiden Mead with a great tackle on Pumneo. And Manchester ends the half fanatically with a touchdown and some hard hitting on defense. As we take it to halftime, the visiting Manchester Panthers up 14-7 over the upset-minded Orrville Red Riders. Stick with us. When we come back, we'll have the bands.
I'm an adult learner, so I had to balance my work and my school. And the fact that NC State has online classes, hybrid classes, especially the instructors are very flexible with allowing you time to get all your work in.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
This place means everything to us. This is where we come together. We do all of our birthdays out here. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs. We fish. I was about to give up. I was about to think that the property wasn't going to become mine. Rural First specializes in solving the problems. I made the call, and the rest is history. It was done. It made everything easy. Questions answered, walked me through the process. It was done. When I'm here, just feel peace. That's all it means to me. Peace.
We are proud to present the 2025 Manchester High School Panther Marching Band. Our first tune takes us back to 2013 when 2 artists teamed up for a worldwide party anthem. With its country-flavored harmonica and infectious beat, This first song topped charts in more than a dozen countries and became the soundtrack for countless dance floors. So let's hear it for a song that still makes everyone shout, "It's Gone Down." Here is Pitbull and Kesha's Timber. Our second song is a burst of high-energy fun from an indie pop band who released this celebration of pure rhythm in 2016. Built on catchy claps and driving horns that practically beg the crowd to join in. Don't be shy, folks. Let's hear those hands clap as the band lays down the groove. Here is Fitz and the Tantrums, and a clap. And to close our show, we take you back to 2014 when we received this modern-day dance floor classic. Inspired by a spontaneous night out, this song reminds us that sometimes the best thing you can do is forget the words, follow the beat, and just dance. Let the music move you one last time tonight. Here is Walk the Moon's Shut Up and Dance. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Manchester High School Panther Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the pride of the Red Riders, the Orrville High School Marching Band, is proud to perform for you. They are under the direction of Elise Cummings, with Assistant Director Jose Howard, Major Ed Advisor Stacy Hubart, and Color Guard Instructor Madison Hancock. Released their second studio album, Nevermind, in 1991, and the first single from that album would go on to redefine the landscape of music and brought the Seattle music scene of grunge and alternative rock to the forefront of popular culture. Reaching the top of the charts in over a dozen different countries, we open with Smells Like Teen Spirit. The rock band Kansas had a slew of hit singles during both the 1970s and 80s, but none more defined the group or their sound than Carry On Wayward Son. Released off their 1976 album Left Overture, it would be the group's first top 40 single and continues to dominate the airwaves today thanks to its popularity on classic rock radio. We continue with Carry On Wayward Son. conclude this evening's halftime performance with the highest charting single for the band Walk the Moon. The song is based on a real-life experience lead singer Nicholas Patricia had at an LA area nightclub when his girlfriend, dressed in a black dress and beat-up red chucks, invited him to dance. Here's the chart-topping Shut Up and Dance. Gentlemen, once again, the pride of Orrville and the Red Riders, the Orrville High School Marching Band!
I'm an adult learner, so I had to balance my work and my school. And the fact that NC State has online classes, hybrid classes, especially the instructors are very flexible with allowing you time to get all your work in.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
This place means everything to us. This is where we come together. We do all of our birthdays out here. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs. We fish. I was about to give up. I was about to think that the property wasn't going to become mine. Rural First specializes in solving the problems. I made the call, and the rest is history. It was done. It made everything easy. Questions answered, walked me through the process. It was done. When I'm here, just feel peace. That's all it means to me. Peace.
Welcome back to OH Report, live and free from Orrville High School. Once again, I'm Zach Truax here with Brandon Powell on camera, and Adam Thompson is the man that makes everything go. So for our American Homestead Exteriors halftime show, let's look at the first half stats for both teams. And as the score would indicate, stats are pretty even. Manchester with 8, Orrville 7 first downs. Pass yards, Manchester 44, Orrville 54. Rush yards, Manchester 93, Orrville 94. Total yards, real even. Turnovers, 1 apiece. Penalties for Manchester have hurt a little bit. 4 for 30 yards. Orrville been playing real sound there. 1 for just 5 yards. That was that early illegal substitution or breaking a huddle with 12 guys penalty. So first half stats, very indicative of the score being a close score. And we'll see some first half highlights here. And this just a snippet of the highlights you'll see if you tune in tonight to the OH Report Friday Night Pigskin at 11:30-ish, as AT says. We have we're covering, 9 games tonight, I think? Some real doozies, too, going on. Scores from around the area. Right now, Hillsdale in a bit of a dogfight, AT. Unexpected dogfight with Rittman. But, yeah, that's good for them. They might be caught looking ahead Norway in there. And the upset-minded Red Riders here right now trailing the Manchester Panthers by just 1 touchdown. As Orrville puts it on the tee, Manchester, like I mentioned, gets that very valuable double possession. They got a fumble from the Orrville at the Orrville 20-ish, and was able to punch it in late in the first half. Left Orrville with just 40 seconds to go in the half to score. Orrville just ran the ball twice, got out of the half, and they're kicking off here. So Manchester will get the ball here. Their offense mostly focused around the power run set, double tights, but they found some success on some passes late in the first half to Cintron. Short kick here, bouncing, now fielded late, and fielded by number. I couldn't get a number on that Manchester, but tackle made by Hostetler. But Manchester with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, right hash. Manchester has had a lot of success running right at the teeth of that Orrville D-line. That Orrville D-line is big. Manchester comes out, double tights, 1 receiver to the right. I'm sorry, H-back, power I, gives the tailback up the middle. And that's Parton, and Parton is a little frustrated because he went to bounce it to the right and just got tripped up a little bit. But you can see the crease open up right there for Parton. He just missed it. As number 10, Gavin Gindelspinger had a nice seal block there that might have sprung Parton for some yards. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left, H-back, power I set. This time, all pass all the way, double move, and good coverage, number 2. Daryl Mosley. Cintron was the attentive receiver. Mosley in phase the whole way. Really nice coverage by Mosley on a double move. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Panthers. Boy, how much momentum could Orrville grab if they can get a quick 3 and out right here? Pappas with the play. 1 receiver is already split out wide left. That looks like Cintron out there, split left, wide left. Power I set. H back to the right. Handoff up the middle to Pappas. I'm sorry, to Parton. And he's stuffed right away after a very short gain. So we're at 4th and 5. Obvious punting situation here for Manchester as they get a very disappointing first drive of the second half. Had a coach preach to us in high school, the most important drive for the offense is the first drive of the second half. Manchester musters just 5 yards in that first drive, and they're on the punt as the big leg of Hayden Higgins. See how far he can drive back Orrville here. Higgins gets away, another beautiful punt. This time bobbled by Mosley, but he fields it, now he falls on it. Mosley's wise just to fall on that thing, but that's not the worst thing in the world for Orrville because Higgins has gotten 2 beautiful rolls, and they've rolled inside the 15 both times. For Mosley to get on that thing, you'd like to see him field a little cleaner, but he doesn't field it clean unless he falls on it. And Orrville takes over with decent field position after a great 3 and out. From the 19-yard line on the right hash, Kraft brings him to the line of scrimmage. Hostetler in a sidecar with Kraft. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Fake the handoff. Now Kraft looks, got a man deep. Beautiful catch down the middle. And they've been looking for him all night. Brelyon McDuffie finally comes up with his big reception. And exactly what you wanted. Fake the run, so the run sets up the pass. They commit the linebackers. Somehow McDuffie gets behind the safeties. Oh my gosh. If there's one guy you can't let get behind you, it is number 11, Brelyon McDuffie. And Orrville with a huge play takes the top off the defense and flips the field. Kraft now in the gun, 2 receivers right. Jet sweep. And run out of bounds. That looks like number 7. I'm sorry, number 10. Case McDaniel was the ball carrier in that jet sweep. And Kraft's faked that jet sweep enough. That's a good give for him right there, I think. Just to keep the defense honest, he's faked that jet sweep about 3 times. So good give there by Kraft. Gets ahead for about 3 yards. Make that 2 yards. 2nd and 8. 3 receivers right now for Kraft. 1 left. Hostetler in the backfield. Kraft rolls right. Surveys. Quick pass. Beautiful reception there. Oh, and Manchester has to be careful on a late hit right there. But that reception made by number 9, Tyson Woodruff, and he's ahead for a Scout Construction Services first down. And Orrville is in business. Great play calls right away for the Red Riders. They found something here, opening up the passing book a little bit. 3 receivers now left for the Red Riders. 1 right. Hostetler in a sidecar next to Kraft. Kraft with the ball, looking to pass the whole way. Blitz on. Kraft eludes it, rolls to his right, trying to find guys. Directs traffic. Oh, he had Brelyon McDuffie, just broke late, but can't quite get to him. And there's the man who's been busy all night for Manchester, Aiden McDuffie. Flushes Kraft out, blows that play up. Makes it 2nd and 10. Kraft gets the play call. And play clock not running. Now it's at 1. So no telling how much time Orrville is getting on this play. 8:45 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Wide pitch again to Hostetler. That worked real well in the first half, and it does here in the second half. Hostetler barrels ahead for a first down for a Scout Construction Services first down. Again, Orrville just with that quick pitch, out-leveraging Manchester's defense. Oh, great blocking, too. Number 10, Case McDaniel with a great block. Had a lineman out there blocking to seal the edge with some nice kick-out blocks. Springs Hostetler ahead for Scout Construction's first down. Orrville, right and left, run, pass, mixing it up. Really has this Manchester defense on its heels now. Now Kraft rolls left, looking for a man. The end zone's got him open. Oh! Just out the outstretched hands of number 10, Case McDaniel. Oh, boy, just a little bit too far. Nice pass, though. It really was a great pass for a high school quarterback off a fake when he's rolling to his left. It's a little too far for McDaniel. Can't fault either guy there, though. I like the ball placement there for the quarterback. McDaniel lays out, tries his best to get it. Sometimes just an inch too far. And let's see what the stoppage in play here is. Referee's explaining something to the coaching staff. The play clock is malfunctioning. So per the PA, the play clock is gone kaput. So they'll be keeping the play clock on the field. So the quarterback will have to watch the referee behind the defense. When the referee holds his hand up, that will indicate 5 seconds to go. Kraft in the gun, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hostetler in the sidecar. Kraft with the quick pitch to Hostetler again. Good blocking on the edge again by Orrville. And this time, Hostetler's ahead for, it looks like maybe 5 yards, being pushed back, but his forward progress will take him to about the 10-yard line. We'll make it 3rd and 5. Boy, I really liked the play calling here in the second half by Orrville. If I got a big-bodied guy like Hostetler, though, and he's got a little wiggle to him. He's got a quick step. He's got a little wiggle, and he's big enough to run behind his pads. From the 10-yard line out, I'm playing big boy football right here. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hostetler in the backfield. Kraft in the gun. Looking to pass. And Kraft completes the ball for a Scout Services first down. Trying to get a number on that receiver. Case McDaniel with a great possession catch across the middle. And I really like the ball placement there by Kraft. Throws it down low, so his guy can get down low, make that catch, and not get absolutely crushed and across the middle of the field. So we're taking a time. So Manchester wisely takes a timeout. Really efficient drive here by the Red Riders. 7:09 to go in the third quarter. And Orrville originally came out and what looked like a heavy set, going to run the ball with Pumnio and Hostetler. I love that. It's at the 3-yard line. If I got a 5'10", 200-pound back and a 5'10", 185-pound back, and my linemen go 235, 260, and 220 and 275 and 260, absolutely. That's about a ton of beef right there. I'm running behind it to put that ball in the end zone. So here we go. Jumbo package again for the Red Riders. And that looks like Pumnio and Hostetler in the backfield. Fake the Hostetler, give the Pumnio off the left side, and he bowls his way in. Great play call by the Red Riders, faking the Hostetler first, gets the defense pursuing one way, give the Pumnio on the counter the other way, and we are a PAT away from a tie ball game. So the Red Riders, as you can hear in the background, playing complimentary football. Beautiful 3-and-out. Very efficient drive that started there in 19. So 81-yard drive. Good mix of pass and run there. And it is up, and we are good. I kind of heard a gasp from the crowd. I thought that was a no-brainer. We are good. 14-14, 7:04 to go in the third quarter. Folks, don't go anywhere. The curse gets broken tonight.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
We're back. Orrville kicks off to Manchester. Third quarter. About 7 minutes to go. And missed tackles leads to a nice return for the for the Panthers. And they get the ball around the 31-yard line. Great work by our cameraman, Brandon Powell. The Red Rider is, in fact, some sort of cowboy, it appears. That's the Red Rider. I wonder if his name's Lunatic Fringe. So, power I set here for Manchester. Give to Parton again, and he is stuffed quickly. Number 4, Pumneo. Pumneo with back-to-back plays. Touchdown. Oh, I love that play by Pumneo. Takes on the lead blocker, keeps his outside shoulder free, stuffs the run, comes off, makes a tackle. Oh, put that one on film. That's a clinic right there on a defensive end spot by Pumneo. Bam! Take on the outside blocker, seal the hole, and they clean up on the backside. Great play there. Forces a Manchester 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Give to Parton. He makes a cut. And, oh, you got to wrap him up. Oh, my gosh. Parton bounces off tackles down the sideline, threatening to score. Oh, what a run by Parton. And the Manchester coaches are got to be pounding the desk there on the effort. Let's see that run again by Parton. Off to the left, cuts right. Bam, right there, you got to wrap up. You got to wrap up, and then just got to have better effort down the sidelines if you're Orrville right here. Get Parton on the ground. What a run by Parton. Oh, that's one of the highlights of the night. And if you're Orrville, you just got to wrap up a little better when you're going to make that tackle. 1st and goal for the Panthers here. Power I set. H-back. Give to the big boy Mead, but he's stuffed right away. And that is trying to get a number on that tackler, but great play there. Right there. I'm going to say it's 33 or 23. Maybe Tanner Smith. I think it is Tanner Smith with a great play on the back end to pursue down and make that tackle on Mead. And Mead is a big boy. He needs to bring down. Great tackle. Might have lost a yard. They're putting it at about the 2.5. So 2nd and goal from about the 2.5. Nope, give to Mead right at the right side. And he walks into the end zone. Little bit of eye candy there for Orrville. And they follow it. Everyone goes with that back out of the backfield. And big number 34 gets his 2nd touchdown of the night. Right here, motion the back out of the backfield. Just give to Mead. Bam, love that block right there. Great kick-out block by the Panthers. And they're back up on top, 21-14. Really great sound football play being played tonight by both teams. And this is Hayden Higgins on for the PAT. It is up, and it is good. So, with 4:57 left to go in the third quarter, the Manchester Panthers 7, the Orrville Red Riders 14. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a good one cooking live and free on OH Report.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Welcome back to Red Rider Stadium. Manchester Panthers, off a 70-yard run by Parton, set up a Aiden Mead touchdown run of 2 yards. Higgins with the kickoff, puts it in the end zone again. Yeah, you can't bring it out in high school anymore. So Higgins is a weapon, man. Kicking a ball deep, just give you no chance to return it. And no one plays special teams anymore below varsity. So if there's one thing I've noticed in my 2 years of covering high school football here at OH Report, special teams play is not what it used to be, because no one plays special teams on JV. There's no kickoffs on JV or freshman or middle school anymore. Kraft in the gun for Orrville. 2 receivers left. Man in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Give to Hostetler. Man, I like the way Hostetler runs the ball. And he's ahead for 6 yards. I like this little counter here. Fake the jet. Give the Hostetler back to the way. Nice blocking by the O-line. Really well done. And sets up second and short right now. If I'm Orrville right here, I'm taking the top off the defense with Brelyon McDuffie. It's second and short, my side of the field. I'm going up top to McDuffie right here. Let's hit do. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Pass all the way. Quick pass to number 7. Aiden Shoup. Nice possession pass. Sets up a Scout Services first down, 1st and 10 for the Red Riders. And they're on the march again following a very impressive 81-yard touchdown drive. They've got a 1st and 10 on 2 plays. So what was a defensive struggle, both offenses have made some nice adjustments at halftime, and we've got some fireworks here in the third quarter. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for Kraft. Looking. Now he goes up, rolls up the pocket. Uh-oh, that's not where he wants to go. Flips it ahead, out of the pocket, past the line of scrimmage. And they want a late hit on the quarterback. They're not getting it. Makes it 2nd and 10. Oh, right there, the Mohawk and Cary rivalry, 21-14. That's a great rivalry game right there. Back to our action. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for Kraft. Jet sweep again to Shoop. Oh! Woo! What a hit! Might have been a step out of bounds, but that is a woo hit all the way. Holy cow. That is some old-fashioned hitting going on down there right now. And let's see. Oh, it was right on the board. It could have gone either way. Could have gone either way. The Orrville coaches won it. Could have gone either way. Heck of a hit there. I didn't catch a number on the Manchester kid, but that was a heck of a lick. Number 21 for Manchester, Jake Livingston with a heck of a crack right there. Two receivers left, 1 right for Kraft now. Fake the handoff, he rolls right. Oh, he's in trouble, but he gets away. Beautiful pass, complete the shoot. He gets ahead, and he's ahead for a 1st down. Really nice play by Kraft to get it to Shoup. Fake the handoff, rolls right. Nice catch by Shoup, and he's ahead for a run for a 1st down. Another Scout Construction Services 1st down. Orrville is in business. 1st and 10 for the Red Riders. 2 receivers left, 1 right, 2 receivers right for Kraft. Pitch the ball again to Hostetler. Man, that play's been successful all night. And he pushes ahead. He might have another Scout Services 1st down on that second effort. And Orrville has Manchester completely back on their heels. The defense. And it's been a nice mix of run and pass. Love this balanced offense tonight for Orrville. 2 minutes, 49 seconds left. And I thought Hostetler had a 1st down. He must have stepped out of bounds. Makes it 2nd and short. I'm going right now. I'm finding McDuffie. I'm looking for McDuffie down the field. Kraft rolls to his left, looking, and complete. And that looks like number 10, Case McDaniel. Well, he's having a good night too. Case McDaniel have a very workman type of night out of his wide receiver spot, making some tough catches in traffic, getting those dirty yards, those ugly yards as you call them, across the middle, deep outs. But he gets them. Now we have a Scout Construction Services 1st and 10. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Single back in the backfield with Kraft. That's Hostetler. Pitch to Hostetler again, but they've been living on that play. Hostetler, run behind his pads. Second effort. What a run by Hostetler. Beautiful run by Hostetler. Just that simple stretch play that Orrville has been running, and it's just been tearing Manchester up with it. Let's watch it again on the replay, the OhioHealth replay. There's just that stretch play. They out-leverage Manchester, run behind your pads. Man, Hostetler runs over a guy and gets in the end zone, makes it 20-21. Orrville on for the PAT, and man, do we have a good one here for you tonight in Orrville, Ohio. Orrville desperately needing this win as they sit in the 13th spot in their region. Manchester needs it just to control their own destiny. Kick is up, and it is good. 21-21. Let's watch that stretch play again. Great blocking at the point of attack. Hostetler outruns the defensive end of the spot, gets behind his pads, and just runs over Phil Parton on his way to the end zone. Oh, there's the man right there. We'll take a quick break. We come back. Orrville kicks off.
This place means everything to us. This is where we come together. We do all of our birthdays out here. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs. We fish. I was about to give up. I was about to think that the property wasn't going to become mine. Rural First specializes in solving the problems. I made the call, and the rest is history. It was done. It made everything easy. Questions answered, walked me through the process. It was done. When I'm here, just feel peace. That's all it means to me. Peace.
Welcome back to Red Rider Stadium. The Red Riders kick off to the Panthers. Fielded about the 5. Up to the 25. Nice open field tackle by number 7, Aiden Schaup. But decent return gives the Panthers the 1st and 10 around the 26-yard line. Little jump around action going on here. A little premature jump around action. We're not in the 4th quarter yet. Manchester, 1st and 10. 2 receivers right, 2 left for Pappas. Handoff. And that is Parton again, and he is loose, and he is ahead for a Scout Construction Services. I'll get it right sooner or later. 1st and 10. It's been the Pappas and Hostetler show here in the second half. Both running backs exploding for big yardage. But Parton just has that little bit of wiggle in the hole, gets loose, and then turns on the jets. He's not the bruiser that Hostetler is, but he can run behind his pads too. Spread offense here. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Parton gets the ball again, and he's ahead for good good yards on 1st down. Makes it 2nd and probably 5 for the Panthers. Pappas playing quarterback. Parton playing running back. Alliteration. Getting lots of the P sounds going. Pappas and Parton. Now power I set for Pappas and Parton. Give to Meade, though. And he's met at the line of scrimmage and pushed straight back. And they're going to mark that as no gain. Oh, man. Boy, if you're Orrville, you might like to argue a TFL there. But they're going to say no gain there. Forces a 3rd and 5 for Manchester. And that might have been the last play of the third quarter. We'll see. Manchester in no hurry.
I know you were worried about your Falcons. they kind of pulled it.
And Hillsdale has found their footing now at 42-13. As we go to the fourth quarter here in Orrville, when we come back, we're tied at 21. The curse is broken, no doubt. We're going to the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere now.
This place means everything to us. This is where we come together. We do all of our birthdays out here. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs. We fish. I was about to give up. I was about to think that the property wasn't going to become mine. Rural First specializes in solving the problems. I made the call, and the rest is history. It was done. It made everything easy. Questions answered, walked me through the process. It was done. When I'm here, just feel peace. That's all it means to me. Peace.
Welcome back to Orrville High School. The Red Riders of Orrville, the Panthers of Manchester, squaring off in a huge conference battle here. Manchester with the ball, 3rd and 5. Pappas looking to pass. Oh, man, and that is that same play they found earlier in the game. Just too much cushion there by the Red Riders, and that's just too easy. 3rd and 5, you need to stop, and just too easy, too much cushion. So a Scout Construction Services 1st and 10 for the Manchester Panthers. I don't know if Pappas can make that call at the line of scrimmage when he sees that much cushion, but every time Orrville gives him that much cushion, he takes advantage of it. 2 backs with Pappas now. Hand off to Parton. He pulls ahead, and man, the pads are cracking tonight. 5 yards for Patton, and it creates a 2nd and 5. Manchester now on an impressive drive. Nice run pass mix here. But yeah, I don't know if I can't imagine the play calling is that timely. I'm starting to think whenever Pappas looks out and sees that much cushion on Cintron, he's got the green light, and he's got that much cushion on the right side. But they hand off in the middle to Meade. Meade pushes ahead, breaks tackles, spinning ahead, and he's close to a Scout Construction Services 1st down. Told you I'd get it right eventually. If it's an LLC, I'm not saying it. It's just Scout Construction Services. 1st and 10 for Manchester, and they're on the drive. Hillsdale now way ahead on Rittman. Pappas now under center. Meade and Parton in the power I. Hand to Meade again. Right at the middle. Boy, I really like how Manchester switches it up, too. If you're a fullback like Meade, how fun would it be to just line up at tailback and run the ball every once in a while, right? Like you do all that dirty work, blocking the linebackers and blocking the defensive ends, and then coach just switches you with the tailback and lets you run a little tailback. I like that. 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. 2 really good backs for them, and Meade and Parton. Power I again. Fake the handoff. Pappas rolls to his right. He's got a man wide open. Able to complete it. That looks like number 21. Jake Livingston. He's ahead for a 1st down. Let's watch it on the replay here. Yep, That's a catch all the way on our OhioHealth replay. Beautiful replay there. Great camera work by Brandon Powell to be able to clearly see that catch. We always have great, I mean, the OH Report is full of just great people and great employees bringing you this wonderful, wonderful coverage of high school football. Power run set here. Give to Mead again, spinning, slashing, bowling his way ahead for another gain of, looks like 4 yards. Five yards on first down, boy. 5 yards on first down has been what Manchester has gotten every time. And Mead is now the workhorse. In the tail, he moved from fullback to tailback. He's getting it again. Little counter action, and he bowls his way from the 10 to the 5. Manchester just chewing up yards 5 at a time here. Taking their time. 8:30 to go here in the game. Manchester on the drive. 3rd and 3. Manchester can pick up a first down before they score. And I got to imagine it's the Mead show. All the way into the end zone right here. Aiden goes 5'10", 190. He runs bigger than that. 2 backs in the backfield now for Pappas. One man goes in motion. There's that little counter they run with Mead. And this time it's sniffed out. But he is able to lean ahead for a few yards. Last time they ran that play, they scored a touchdown on it. They sent a running back in motion as a little eye candy, window dressing. That drew the Orrville players' eyes out to the right. They just ran a counter back to the other direction with Mead. That time they motioned him left, try and counter right with Mead. But Orrville learned from that last play. They stuff it. So it's 4th and 1. And what's Manchester going to do? Call timeout. So if I'm Manchester, boy, this is a tough one. You've got a great kicker in Hayden Higgins. This is the PAT for Higgins. He'll nail it, is all indications go, unless I just put the commentator jinx on him. I believe Higgins nails this. But it's been so back and forth. Do I want to settle for just 3 points right now? Or do I want to go for the jugular a little bit, score 7, and put the onus back on Orrville to drive the length of the field again? And then knowing that even if Orrville drives and scores or doesn't, I'll get one more possession this game. And if Higgins can hit that long field goal then I send him out. So we'll see here what the Manchester coach does. Do they take their points or do they go for it on 4th down? Everyone knows me, knows what I'm doing. I'm going for it on 4th down. I haven't seen Pappas I haven't seen Parton in a while. Jake Livingston has been out there with Mead for quite a while. Not sure what's going on with Parton, but he's not been in for a while. And it's Livingston and Mead in the backfield. No, it's Livingston on a direct snap. Great call by the Panthers. Call timeout, come out in a Wildcat. Haven't shown Wildcat all night. The Panthers come out in a Wildcat. Number 21, Jake Livingston, lines up at the quarterback spot and just runs good old-fashioned power football right up the middle for a touchdown. Makes it Manchester 27, Orrville 21, the PAT ensuing. Hayden Higgins lining it up and punching it through. Both these kickers are really good. Higgins with his 4th good PAT tonight. We'll take a break. Oh, man, folks, don't go anywhere. We got a great one here for you on OH Report, live and free from Orrville, Ohio.
Well, I think the first thing I would say to recommend this school is that it's affordable and flexible. And then the program itself, I would say that it has a very diverse, broad spectrum of fieldwork and career opportunities. I think the thing that prepared me the most was having that on-site directed practice, so I could actually be in an agency working with real people. And there's a ever-growing need for social work, especially in our community here.
Welcome back to Orrville, Ohio. We're live and free on OH Report, and easily one of the most entertaining games I've covered in my 2 years. I think Malvern Hillsdale is the other one that ranks up with this one as far as just great football. Kick away and takes a hop and fielded by Orrville. Return man gets his hands on it. Now he's got a crease. And he is ahead to the 31-yard line. Great return by the Orrville return man. Tyson Woodruff on that return gives Orrville great field position. Good blocking there. Hits the crease right down Broadway. I love that return by Woodruff. I hate it when returners try and go lateral, then vertical. Your return man, just get vertical, man. Find a crease and explode through it. Woodruff does. Sets up the Red Riders in great field position at their 31-yard line. Two receivers right, two receivers left for Kraft. There's that stretch play, that stretch pitch again. My man Hostetler just bulling people over. People are bouncing off Hostetler like they're 22 caliber bullets and he's the bulletproof glass. Bam, bam. Hostetler having a game. Makes it a Scout Construction Services 1st and 10 for the Orrville Red Riders. Come out again. Kraft in the gun. Two receivers right, two receivers left. Hostetler in a sidecar. Oh, Kraft wanted to throw the ball right away. His receiver wasn't looking. Now he's in big trouble and just launches it. Oh, does he get it past the line of scrimmage? We'll see here. They're saying 10 was in the area. That's a nice call for Orrville. But you see on the replay, the OhioHealth replay, Kraft wanted to throw that ball right away, and his receiver just was not looking for it. And so he had to then bail out of that thing. And by that time, the Manchester pass rush had gotten to him. He was lucky just to get that thing back to the line of scrimmage. Lived to fight another down. Three receivers left, one right. Kraft rolls to his left, looking, surveys. Has a man wide open. Number 10. Case McDaniel into the end zone for the Orrville Red Riders. And I said at the beginning of the show, if you're Orrville, set the pass up with the run, then take the top off the defense. And that's exactly what they do in this two-play drive. Great run by Hostetler, sets up the wide open Case McDaniel for the touchdown, 60 yards. It's 27-28, PAT ensuing. Carlos Maldonado on for the PAT. Up, and it is good. We're 28 all, and we got a heck of a one cooking over here in Wayne County on the OH Report. Stick with us, and we'll be right back.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Welcome back to OH Report from Orrville, Ohio, as Orrville kicks off after tying this game with 6 minutes, 32 seconds left to go in the game. Short kick, fielded by Manchester. That is off the right side. Great return for the Panthers, and now they're set up in great field position at the 35-yard line. Get a number on that returner, number 24. Jason Carmichael, a 5'9", 140-pound sophomore, sets the Panthers up in great field position on a really nice return there by Carmichael. And a game that was 14-14 at the end of the first half is now 28-28 at about the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. And long touchdown drives now. And if you're Manchester, you got to drive the length of field, score touchdown with very minimal time left. Power I step for Manchester. Hand off to the fullback dive. That's just big boy trying to do some bully football here. Yeah, look at that. No pull, no nothing. Just hat on a hat, push ahead. And Manchester gets 2 yards, and they're going to let this clock run. Because like I said, Manchester has got a great kicker, Hayden Higgins. So Manchester, their goal has got to be the 20-yard line for a field goal to win this thing late or a touchdown. And Parton's back in the game. After taking the last series off, we were a little concerned about him. We hadn't seen the whole series, and that seemed like a really important series for the Panthers. But he was out that whole series. Now he's back in at the tailback spot. Parton is ahead for short yards, makes it 3rd and manageable here for Manchester. And oh, buddy, biggest play of the game right here. 3rd and 4 for Manchester. Power I football, 2 receivers left. Counter to Parton, and Parton is ahead for a first down, and the clock continues to run. It'll stop as they move the chains, but as soon as they set the chains, they'll wind that clock. And tick, 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 tick. So the play clock not working, so the quarterback really has to keep an eye on the referee behind the defense. He'll hold his hand up with 5 seconds left on the play clock, and if you're Manchester, you do not want to snap the ball until that referee holds his hand up. Power I set again, give to Parton again, off the right side, and he is ahead for more positive yards, looks like 3 yards. Listen, anything 3 yards and up on this side of the 50, that's a win for Manchester. 3 yards and up is a win for Manchester on this side of 50. There's not a chance they punt. 4:25 to go in the game. Manchester running more power I football than I've seen in this one game that I've seen in the last 20 years, and I'm telling you, I'm loving it. Love the power I football. 2 receivers left now for Manchester. They come out in the power I. Pappas under center. That's Parton in the tailback spot. Meade in the fullback spot. And that time, Pappas met in the backfield and driven back. That's a win for the Orrville defense. Woodruff on the tackle, but they gave Patton a yard on that? I guess he did. He did push ahead for a yard. It looked like Orrville had him in the backfield, but still a win for Orrville. 3rd and 7 now for the Panthers. Clock running. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the game. At some point, Orrville is going to have to call timeout. They've got all 3 left. Manchester has one. Manchester is in no hurry to call timeouts. At some point, Orrville's got to call a timeout. 2 receivers right for Pappas. Give to Parton. He gets off the left side, but he's drugged down from behind. Number 11, Brelyon McDuffie, having a big game. Just gains 1, makes it 4th and 5, 4th and 6, and now Orrville calls an important timeout, stopping the clock. Oh, what does Manchester do here? Earlier I said they don't punt, but after going for negative yards or no yards last 3 plays, And Higgins, being as good a kicker as he is, if you punt, you better bury him deep. You better bury him real deep. The upset-minded Orrville Red Riders have been hanging around this whole game. Orrville has not had the lead the entire game. They've either been down by a touchdown or have tied the game. They have not had the lead, and they've just been hanging around and hanging around. One of my keys to the game for Manchester was jump on Orrville and get out to a big lead. Don't let the home team hang around. They've not been able to pull that off yet. And they are punting. Tyler Pappas is the punter. Now Pappas, I'm sorry. My apologies. Hayden Higgins is the punter. Now Higgins will hang on to the ball an extra second or two. Almost like a rugby style type thing. Higgins has the punt, hangs on to it, now punts it away. Good punt. He's going to get a bounce and a roll. Fielded by Mosley. And covered nicely. So what Higgins does really well there, right? It's so subtle, but it's so important. When he takes that extra second and a half of the ball as a punter and he sees no rush, it allows his punt coverage team to get down the field and cover the punts right away. Really good job by Higgins, man. He's been, it's sometimes in these close games, it's those little details, those subtle type things that win and lose the game for you. And that allows his punt coverage team to get down there. And what, Mosley is a talented football player. He fields that earlier before Manchester's down there. He may get to 20-25. Now they got him on the 15. Orrville takes over. 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hostetler in a sidecar. Kraft looking for a quick pass. It's complete. And it is ahead to Schaup. Number 7, Aiden Schaup. And an important important 5 yards on first down. Makes it 2nd and 5. Now Orrville can take some time and try and get this thing to field goal territory or score a touchdown. They've got 2 timeouts left. 3 receivers right, 1 left. In no hurry just yet. Kraft rolls to his right, surveys, gets the ball out to McDuffie. Beautiful throw and catch by Kraft and McDuffie. McDuffie out of bounds will stop the clock even after the change of set. Beautiful deep out. I'm telling you, folks, it's tough for high school guys to throw that ball on the move to deep out. Kraft really does a nice job, and McDuffie snatches it out of the air with his hands. Put that one on the film study. Really well executed first down there by the Red Riders. 3 receivers left now, 1 right, sidecar. Now Kraft rolls left, same play, going to a deep out. Nope, it's a quick pass. Looks like Schaup again. No, I'm sorry. Number 9, Tyson Woodruff. And he is ahead for positive yards. 3 passes in a row here for Orrville after they've been run heavy. Boy, I like that little stretch play right here to Hostetler. I like that little stretch play right here that's been positive yards every time. Just mix it up a little bit right here. And there it is, that stretch play to Hostetler going left. And there it is, first down, and he gets out of bounds, banged out of bounds by number 21, Jake Livingston. Boy, Jake Livingston's a thumper. Now, I'm here to tell you, Livingston is a thumper in his middle linebacker spot. Gets Hostetler pinned against the sideline and bangs him out of bounds. But not for, we got a flag on the play? I missed that. Oh, that's holding. That's a tough one for Orrville. Puts it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It's going to make it 2nd and 9. Oh, they had a Scout Construction Services first down, and the flag moves them back 10 yards. Make it 2nd and 9. But I do like that stretch play. I knew it was coming. They run it so effectively. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Hostetler in the sidecar. Kraft once he wanted McDuffie to go deep. McDuffie didn't see it. Now he's deep. Got number 9 wide open. Oh, just overthrows Tyson Woodruff. Kraft back there directing traffic. Hostetler's bodyguard getting the guys blocked up. lets it go and just overthrows Woodruff. Oh, with 1 minute, 19 seconds left to go in the game, that could have been the dagger. Here we go, 3rd and long now. Things becoming much more precarious for Orrville in an obvious spot where they have to punt if they don't get the first down. What do you go to here? You got to find your man. It's either McDuffie, Woodruff, or Shoop. Oh, and Kraft in big trouble. And Kraft is going to be tackled for a huge loss. And not only that, he's going to take the grounding penalty. Oh, this is not good. That's going to be a spot foul. So they're going to mark it back from where Kraft threw it out of bounds, lose it down, and they're going to have to punt. Just a complete breakdown by Orrville on that play in blocking everything. At the most critical moment, things just kind of broke down for Orrville there. Oh, no, there was no flag. There was no flag. Or the referee said there was a receiver in the area. Can I get that on replay, AT? Okay, rolls. Wings it. Oh, right there. Hostetler saved him. Hostetler was in the area. Hostetler saved him. Great no call by the officials. Things are looking so promising for Orrville in this drive. Right there's the first play of drive. Just a little possession. 5-yard. Here's that beautiful deep out that Kraft throws. Right on the money to McDuffie. And then the really nice catch and run by Case McDaniel. And things look so promising there for Orrville for a minute, but now they're at 4th and forever. Obvious punting situation here. Minute 12 left. And here's that stretch play that I thought was. I didn't see holding there. It's a tough call. They took a holding call there, moved him back, and that's what put him behind the sticks. Oh, Orville's going for it on 4th down here. What? Throwback, beautiful play call by the Red Riders, and he's wide open. Unbelievable. The stones on the Red Riders coaches on a play on a throwback. I had him punting the whole way. Holy Toledo. Kraft rolls to his right, and he's been throwing to his right all night. Stops and finds Hostetler leaked out on the left side, wide open. And oh my gosh, 1 minute left to go in the game. Orrville hasn't had the lead the whole game. That's the play of the night without a doubt. Wide open, and Orrville is in business. 1 minute 2 left. I can't believe they went for it there. Great play call. 3 receivers right for Kraft. Rolls right. Looking. Nice open field tackle, but not before it's complete. To number 9, Tyson Woodruff. Clock running. 50 seconds. 2nd and short here. How good a kicker is Maldonado? We'll find out, I think, because Orrville's in no hurry right now. The deep out, and that is complete, and it's in the end zone. What is he doing? He was milking the clock, but he's going to catch a flag on that. Oh, I think we're going to get taunting or something. That might be, what's... Wide open, Brelyon McDuffie gets to the line, letting the clock run, wisely done.
Yes, that was exactly what he was trying to do. It was not taunting.
We'll see what the flag is here.
He's tick-tocking it off, baby. Come on, pick that up.
See what the flag is here. Now, in that spot, that might be roughing the passer. In that spot, it might be roughing the passer. We'll see. Picking up the flag. Oh, what a beautiful pass completion, McDuffie. He lets time run off the clock and gets into the end zone. Really headsy play by McDuffie there. Oh, good luck picking a player of the game here. I don't know how I'm going to do it. And Orrville, with 30 seconds left to go in the game, takes the lead, 34-28 for the first time. Maldonado up, and kick is good. 30.3 seconds left to go in the game. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Orrville kicks off to Manchester.
Well, I think the first thing I would say to recommend this school is that it's affordable and flexible. And then the program itself, I would say that it has a very diverse, broad spectrum of fieldwork and career opportunities. I think the thing that prepared me the most was having that on-site directed practice, so I could actually be in an agency working with real people. And there's a ever-growing need for social work, especially in our community here.
Welcome back to OH Report. We're live and free from Orrville High School, where the Red Riders have just taken the lead for the first time in the game with 30.3 seconds left on two really great play calls by the Red Rider offensive coaches. Short kick fielded by Livingston. He's got a crease. I'm sorry, that's number 24. That's Carmichael again. And the Panthers are in business around the 32-yard line. 24.9 seconds left. Manchester has shown big play capability, but it's been off their run game. Their run games have been the big plays, not the pass game. They had to score a touchdown. A field goal does you no good. Manchester has to score a touchdown. Pappas with the ball, surveys, throws complete, and that is going to be tackled inbounds. Great play by guess who? Number 11, Brelyon McDuffie. Great play by McDuffie. Forces Manchester to take their last time out with 15 seconds left. Oh, some huge computer points on the table here for Orrville if they can pull this one off. Oh, big mistake by the Manchester receiver trying to get extra yards instead of just getting out of bounds. Forces Manchester to take a timeout. From this distance, they have two plays. That's it. They've got two plays, maybe. Because this first one's going to take all of 10 to 12 seconds. Because they're sending everyone deep downfield, I got to imagine. The call of the night was fourth down, the throwback to Homestead. I think Homestead is my player of the game. I really do. And the Orrville stands have come to life. You can see Orrville playing prevent defense. A lot of guys back deep. Pappas surveys, short pass, and handed back off to number 21, Livingston. And Livingston gets out of bounds with 7 seconds to go. Oh, if Livingston would have been moving backwards, it could have been different. The clock would continue to run. Livingston able to get out of bounds, just moving forward, get the first down. 7 seconds left on a little trickeration there. Obviously, Manchester doesn't believe their quarterback has got the arm to launch it that far. And there's very few guys that do in high school on this side of the 50. Hook and ladder right here. If I'm Manchester, I'm running a hook and ladder on the left side of the field. But they line up 3 guys to the short side? Okay, 3 guys to the short side, 1 guy to the left. So they got one-on-one, but that's Orrville's best defensive back on the left. Pappas surveys, launches. Not enough. Ball is knocked away. And 0's on the clock. Orrville pulls off the upset over Manchester at home. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the American Homestead Exteriors post-game show after a great game between the Orrville Red Riders and the Manchester Panthers, where Orrville pulls off the upset. Stick with us. We'll be right back, live and free on OH Report.
Well, I think the first thing I would say to recommend this school is that it's affordable and flexible. And then the program itself, I would say that it has a very diverse, broad spectrum of fieldwork and career opportunities. I think the thing that prepared me the most was having that on-site directed practice, so I could actually be in an agency working with real people. And there's an ever-growing need for social work, especially in our community here.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
This place means everything to us. This is where we come together. We do all of our birthdays out here. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs. We fish. I was about to give up. I was about to think that the property wasn't going to become mine. Rural First specializes in solving the problems. I made the call, and the rest is history. It was done. It made everything easy. Questions answered, walked me through the process. It was done. When I'm here, just feel peace. That's all it means to me. Peace.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Happy Halloween!
Zach Troop on the American Homestead Exteriors postgame show, and I've got the man, Parker Hostetler, with me. Parker, your stats for the game, your player of the game, MVP, 14 carries, 167 yards, 2 receptions for 50 yards, 3 touchdowns in that game. Okay, the play that really seemed to be working for you guys tonight was that little stretch play. I call it a stretch. You guys call it a sweep right, sweep left. Is that something you guys run a lot? Is that a mainstay, or is that something you guys just found tonight and was working?
We work a lot on that and during practice. We haven't ran a lot during game, but we got it down in practice, and we tried to run it this week.
And it was obviously working. You guys were sealing the edge. You were getting around, running people over in the open field. And talk a little bit about preparation and practice this week, because you guys came in as kind of some home dogs today, right? Underdogs. Manchester on paper was favored, but you guys weren't buying any of that. Talk a little about preparation this week, and what was the message from the coaches this week?
We just had to lock in, set the tone early, and we got to get into playoffs. That was our main focus. We're sitting at 13. Hopefully we're in it. We're in it now, I think. Hopefully.
Well, you probably have to win next week. Or at least,
yeah, we'll win next week.
Yeah, big game next week at Triway, but nothing set in stone. But I'm sure all those computer points you guys are going to just catapult right up the list. I'm sure nothing set in stone yet, but I think you're right. You've got a really good shot at the playoffs now. And talk a little bit about, so we talked a little bit about that stretch play, and when you get out in the open and you were just running dudes over tonight. This run down the left sideline where you ran a couple guys over and got into the end zone, and you got a little wiggle too in the hole. You can make some guys miss too. So for Parker, what's funner? Dropping the pads on someone or making them miss? What's funner for you?
Got to be running them over.
Yeah. Drop the pads. Run behind your pads, big boy. I like it. Running them over, actually way more fun. And we can't let this thing go without touching on 4th down and 15, roughly. On your side, if you guys don't get 1st down, they can kick a chip shot field goal and win, right? And you're like, coach has got to be nuts for going for it. And the play comes in the huddle, and it's that throwback. And it's obviously a play designed for you.
Yeah.
Okay? So first, what is that like in the huddle? Hearing that call on 4th and forever, knowing the coach is going to put the game in your hands, and it ain't a run play, man. He's going to throw it deep, a 40-yard bomb to you. What's that feel like in the huddle?
I was a bit nervous at first, and then I just had to go out there and catch the ball. I had to just catch it.
Speaking of the ball, that thing hung in the air forever, and you're running under it. And I said, he's wide open. And what's going through your mind? I mean, do you hear the crowd? Do you hear the noise as that ball's floating up in those lights forever and you're watching it come down? What's that like in that moment?
I mean, yeah, there was a bit of noise, but I was just sitting there. I had to use my hands, catch the ball.
Caught the ball, run down the sidelines, you set up the next couple plays. Just a couple plays later, and you guys hadn't led the whole game. Until 30 seconds left, you guys kept it close. You hung around, and then McDuffie makes a beautiful catch on the out, goes towards the end zone. The guys pursuing him stop running, and he stops the 1 yard line and lets about 3 or 4 seconds run off the clock. How? Just comment on McDuffie, and then maybe talk a little bit about the rest of your team tonight and how everyone contributed. What was that like, just watching all you guys come together and play hard?
Well, McDuffie's play, that was smart. Running off the clock, they stopped pursuing. Run some seconds off. The team, first I got to thank the O-line. The O-line did amazing. Everybody, wide receivers blocking, everybody. And I just want to thank the coaches too, the team, and we just put it all together tonight.
Massive upset for you guys in the Pac-7 tonight. And I'm back next week to call your game with Triway. Let's look ahead a little bit to Triway. That's a major rival for you guys. Huge Wayne County rival in the Pac-7. It's rivalry week. There's a massive amount of playoffs. If you thought there were a bunch of playoff computer points for you tonight, man, next week is the mother load of computer points for you guys. What's it going to take for you guys to be able to put yourself in a situation like you were tonight, where you're playing a team, where you're on paper, not favored, but you hang around and you win? What's it going to take for Orrville to be in that position next week?
It's going to be after a locked-in practice, and we're just going to have to put all of our focus on Triway.
Great answer. Now, Parker, you're MVP, so you get to look in the camera, shout out whoever you want to shout out to.
I want to thank my family, my coaches, and my team.
That's Parker Hostetler, your MVP.
This place means everything to us. This is where we come together. We do all of our birthdays out here. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs. We fish. I was about to give up. I was about to think that the property wasn't going to become mine. Rural First specializes in solving the problems. I made the call, and the rest is history. It was done. It made everything easy. Questions answered, walked me through the process. It was done. When I'm here, just feel peace. That's all it means to me. Peace.
Welcome back to Orrville, Ohio, as we wrap up the show on the American Homestead Exteriors postgame show. Easily one of the most entertaining games I've got to cover for OH Report. I put it right up there with the Malvern Hillsdale Regional Finals tonight, and this had a playoff feel tonight. Manchester came in controlling their own destiny. They had to win tonight. If they won tonight and won next week, they're in the playoffs. That's off the table for them. Orrville came in tonight sitting in the 13th spot, needing a win just to give themselves a chance to playoffs, and they got it in a huge Pac-7 showdown. You'll see the stats here. Pretty even down the line. Obviously, Orrville more passing yards and a few more rushing yards, mostly on that long drive. And AT, remember to never let me play poker with the Orrville offensive coordinator, because I'm telling you what, and they didn't fake the punt. It was 4th and forever on, I think it was like the 20 or the 15, something like that. And he's been rolling Kraft out to his right or his left and throwing right or left. And then to just setting up that play so beautifully where Kraft rolls out to his right, Holstetter leaks down the left side, and he throws a beautiful 40-yard bomb to him to take him down the field, set up a 1st and 10. Eventually, Orrville, here's the play. Kraft rolls to his right. He's been throwing to his right, stops, throws. Hostetler wide open, catches the ball, 40 yards down the field. Well, that had to be longer than 40 yards. I only marked that 40 yards, man. I felt like 60. Down the field to the 25-yard line, sets up the Red Riders, and they would eventually go on and score on a Braden McDuffie touchdown. So really well coached game, called game, played game by the Red Riders. They hung around. They did what underdogs have to do at home. Hang around, and win till the end. I've always said the score doesn't matter. There's all zeros on the clock. Orrville was never leading this game until 30 seconds left to go in the game. So impressed with this team, and so looking forward to coming back next week with OH Report as we have Triway rolling into town. So, for Brandon Powell on camera, Adam Thompson making everything go, all those great replays, all those great graphics. I'm Zach Truax signing off from Orrville, Ohio, live and free on OH Report. And remember, for all the great highlights, insights, and standings in the area, tune in 11:30-ish to the Friday Night Pigskin on OH Report. Until next week, folks, have a great week. I'll see you later.